Ahava blessings, welcome to this video. And this video is the first part of a series of videos that I will be doing on the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic. And more than just the translation of the prayer, I really want to go deep into some of the words to understand the activations. The transmissions, the frequencies, and the power of the experience of embodying the Aramaic language. Aramaic is the language of creation. The Zohar was written in Aramaic, the book of creation, the Sefer Yetzirah, which is all about how to live with the cycles. And so it is believed that the Aramaic Hebrew letters, which are the same, created everything that exists. My experience with Aramaic is very profound. I started to study Aramaic when I was 19. I was in university and I saw a flyer that said the Dead Sea Scrolls. It was a talk and I didn't even know what it was. And so I went to the talk and I was fascinated about the Nag Hammadi library. And then I knew I really wanted to learn Aramaic. And so I signed up for a university level course and I spent a whole year translating the Bible and studying Aramaic, and it was a life-changing experience. And then I went on to pursue my master's and my PhD, and not in Aramaic, in dance movement therapy. And then life got in, no, I can't say life got in the way. I was learning other things through life and experiencing things in life. And then in 2011, I had my first apparition of Mary Magdalene, which was quite a shock because I had never really thought of myself as receiving apparitions, even though I was very connected and to spirit since at a young age. And so as she spoke to me in Hebrew and in Aramaic, I knew the words, but I didn't know the words, right? When I studied Aramaic in that time at university, it was more of a mental and logical way of learning a language, using certain texts from the Bible, and it was a bit way back, so it was different. But then feeling the frequency and the vibration of the language is completely different. And so I decided to enroll in a university level course, which I did finish my degree in May 2023. And so not only do I have a studied knowledge of Aramaic, but for me the most important experience I have of Aramaic and biblical Hebrew is through the embodiment, is through the prayers, it is through the chanting, it is through the Allah Hashalah, which is a form of prayer of sacred unity. And this is for me the power of the language. I have seen many changes and shifts in my life because of this, and this is why I want to share this information in this beautiful community so that we can all take it to our practice. And so let's just begin with the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic. You don't need to know the prayer. You can just receive it. If you know it, you can recite it with me. Hands on the heart. Avunda bishmaya nektadash shishmaya titemar kutane wesevianak aikanad bishmaya agbahara avlan lakhma disumkana niyamana bashku kalanachawai aikanad afechnan eshvachna lechavian ula talan lemesiuna elatashan membish. And so today we will be focusing on the word avun. And in this series of videos, I'm going to take specific words from the prayer so that we can understand how important they are. And also these words isolated can also be used in our practice and in our prayer. And so avun is the first word of the Lord's Aramaic prayer. And in this tradition, the first word is the most important. It marks the tone of the whole prayer. It is believed that all of the mysteries of the cosmic intelligence of creation are contained in this prayer and are revealed in this prayer. And so if we look at the word avun, let's separate it first. Well, first thing I do want to share that avun sounds like womb, and there is a connection, right? So let's separate. Ab means father, and vun means the source from which all life comes from. The womb from which all life comes from. Now, Ab means father, but it doesn't refer to a father. It doesn't refer to a male god, or it refers more to a divine masculine energy. And so Ab refers to that stream of channeled light of the divine that comes from the Vun, that space where everything comes from, that cosmic womb, that cosmic, divine, heavenly, sacred place. That is that channeled energy of Allah, right? And it's not we're not talking about Shekhinah, because Shekhinah is the feminine face of Allah. She is the creation of Allah. She's the manifested form of Allah here on earth with us, and there is a higher Shekhinah as well. We're talking about the ability to be Allah. That is the light. And so there is this, I like to say that Aun means the container that holds the Divine Mother Father, because that really is the true meaning. And so if we look at the words, the letters that are within the word Aun, we're looking at the Aramaic Hebrew letter. We have Aleph, Beit, Vav, and Nun. And so all of these letters are giving us an activation. All of these letters are creating something within us. So it's important to understand that there are infinite transmissions and teachings of these letters. I'm just using the ones that we need to work with to combine the letters. I could actually teach a whole weekend workshop on just one of the letters, because I like to teach through embodiment, through chanting, through Neshama yoga, through sacred dance, through drumming. But let's look at the main transmissions for bringing the letters together. We have the Aleph. The Aleph is the infinite source. The Aleph is the oneness, the unity, the Allah. That is the Aleph. And then we have the Beit. The Beit is the first letter of the Genesis, the first letter of the creation story. And Beit implies a birthing process. The thing is that Beit represents the manifested world. So Bereshit represents the manifested world. And so with Beit, the manifestation comes into a duality, but has the highest potential for unity. So humanity is born through the tree of knowledge of good and evil, which is that duality, but we have the highest potential to go back and be the tree of life, which is life. The tree of knowledge of good and evil is death. When Yeshua says most people are dead, are the walking dead, they're not alive, he's referring to they decide to stay in the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Excuse me. And so when we think of Beit, we can connect with the highest potential of being that which we are. Let's go back. Aleph is that light, that light of the Ab. And then the Beit, it's birthed in the manifested form in duality that has the highest potential to come into unity. Then we look at the Vav, and the Vav is the connection between heaven and earth. But it's not just, oh yes, I connect between heaven and earth, they become one. It goes beyond that. It is actually an umbilical cord that connects the heaven to earth when we experience the Vav, and then the light is streamed down into our sacred vessel, right? This is the Vav. That is the connection. Actually, Vav connects everything. When we work with Vav, Vav is the letter that created Taurus. We're connecting ourselves with nature, with other people, with everything. Vav brings everything together. And then we have the letter Nun. So Nun is about, it's very deep. It's the letter that created Scorpio. Nun is about the deep, deep mystery teachings that are revealed to us, right? And there are actually 33 Nun codes. And in the month of Scorpio, we're actually going to be working with these 33 Nun codes at the Desert Rose Mystery School. And they're really, really profound teachings of the revelations of wisdom. Very, very powerful. And so Nun is about the revelation. Revelation of what? Of the Aleph, of Allah. So when we chant Aun, we receive the light, and we recognize that light that has come and birthed itself through us. And although we experience the duality of life, it is a lie, and we go into the unity. And in that unity, we actually go back and connect ourselves through the Vav to the light, and then Allah is revealed. God, Goddess, Mother, Father, Divine is revealed to us. We are the revelation. And so when we work with the word Aun and we bring Aun into our practice, we're not only calling that divine container that holds the Divine Mother Father, we're actually activating the teaching of the Aun. And as Aramaic is a creation language, we are creating that reality. I'm sorry, my throat is a bit off today. We are creating that experience in our life. And so we're going to chant Aun. And this is something that you can actually repeat, you can chant. I love working with the voice. I love working with sound because sound is connected to creation, right? The Word made flesh. So when we work with sound, we can really bring in those creation frequencies with more power. So let's do a little bit of the chanting of Aun. Inhale, bring the palms of the hands up. Exhale, ground this energy. Palms of the hands down. So the beautiful Aun experience. The version of the Aun the Bishmai that I have recorded is very fiery, but you can bring it into your practice as well. You can dance with it, you can just chant it, go outside in nature. The reason why I made it very fiery is that it's very Middle Eastern. And to understand Yeshua, we need to understand the language, and we need to understand that he was Middle Eastern, that he was Hebrew, that he was Jewish, that he was a Kabbalist. And the meaning contained in the words are within itself the most powerful revelations. And so the way they prayed was very hypnotic, with a lot of drumming, a lot of beautiful music and dancing and movement. And so it is a beautiful version, or you can just start with the Aun. Thank you for your presence. If you would like to share anything or reflect on anything, comment. I love to read you. And remember that part of the experience of divine union is this. I can feel your presence. I can feel all of you who will watch this video. And I acknowledge you. And my goal, my intention is really to establish this beautiful divine union with all of you, to be in oneness with all of you. So I thank you for receiving these words. And again, anything you want to ask, anything you want to say, I love reading you. And it's an active way of being in divine union. Ahava.